Welcome to Divine Light with Sunshine Collective. Let's begin. Okay, so the intuitive message that came through before the reading when I was connecting on the energy was about forgiveness, but it was it came as like a thank you though. It's like it was basically I was shown this perspective of someone had done so much for another person, and there's like a thank you that needs to be said to that person. Like, say if A did so much for B is realizing that they need to say thank you to A. Okay. So that's what came through before. So when I saw the cards coming out, was very interesting because we have it started off with the heart chakra, the release, and a well deserved. Those are the first cards that came out. Now it's almost like this interaction happens with these individuals, the A and B. It's like when that happens, there's this releasing energy that occurs, and it's freeing the heart space. For whatever reason, this individual um gets free from this, and I don't feel like it's necessarily just one. I feel like both A and B are both going to be feeling a benefit from that interaction of just that thank you and changing perspective. So I'm not sure exactly who you are, A or B. There might be a mixture of both, but there is a sense of an interaction that happens with two individuals, and when someone says something um, in a thank you form, in that type of energy, it releases some sort of burden, some sort of thing that a person was holding on to, like this piece of clothing that is covering the character in the card. It's freeing when they're taking it off and they're releasing it, and when they release that energy, that cloak, that jacket, it's like so heavy for them. They're light beams and it comes out. Okay, this is a major situation that's happening for whoever is resonating with this, because this is a major arcana card, and we also have two more that come out later on I'm going to get into. But this change is going to be very beneficial, and it's going to be freeing up the heart space. So I love it, because when I was like, okay, what kind of reading we're going to do, and love was coming out, and it was just like, but I kept getting not love in regards to a partnership with a person that is like their counterpart. It was like a relationship with I don't know, like a daughter and a mother, or a child and parent, a child, a sibling kind of thing. Like it wasn't necessarily like the person's significant other. So with that healing heart chakra, it will, when this releasing energy happens, and that freedom that gets kind of like unlocked, like I'm hearing chains breaking. Like it's almost like this person's heart chakra has been stuck for so long that this interaction, this thing that occurs that allows them to release. And even for some people, if it's not an individual that is here still, where you can't actually have interaction, they've gone and passed on. um you know them well enough that you can actually have kind of like a spiritual thing with them, where you go through the process of what a conversation would be like if they were here. But for whatever reason, there's a healing that occurs, and it breaks the chains away from the person's heart chakra that has been blocked. And I feel like whatever journey this individual is on, um it's time for them to get that love. Okay, that equal partnership, that equal bond. Okay, and the best thing about this action is that it leads to a reward. You got the well deserved reward card that came out here. Look at him, or the character in the card. They are standing tall and fierce, and they are just loving it. Okay, they are at the top. Okay, even though that there's like what seems to be maybe like two more pillows at the end, they are on the highest one. Okay, and they are standing firm, they're standing tall, and look at their light just beaming. Okay. There's a lot of yellow that's kind of coming through in the cards. I don't know if yellow is related to for something. There's also the concept of the green, which is coming from the heart chakra. With the next two cards that came out is another two major Connor situations. So this shift and this change, whoever is going through this is going to, it's almost like, if you have a calm pond and then you take a rock and then you make it like skip, and then all those ripples that happen because of that one rock doing that movement, right? And it's like this action is going to have such a huge rippling effect. Is going to be such a teaching and healing journey. um it is definitely moving in regards to a better bond when it comes to love, and how to be almost like a better, I want to say better lover. I'm not saying that you're a bad lover. It's just, it's almost like finding more ways to radiate love to the world, the outside. Like it's not just with a partnership, with everyone that you kind of interact with. Now, I know, I get it. Stuff happens in life. You can't just be all like butterflies and rainbows. I get that. But there's something that this action, what it does is, I'm hearing, purifies your heart. Like, I feel like the heart is being cleansed and cleared by these two individuals. I don't know what it is that comes, because I feel like with the individuals, each one is going to have a different experience, because some of you, it can be, mother and daughter. Some of you, it can be, siblings. But whatever or whomever this person is, um, you guys are bonded. I do feel such a huge bond. There is some sort of bond. There's a reason why this person has, oh, so I just heard that it actually could also be a friend showing, like, healing someone's heart. Like, it's almost like by them just being their authentic, loving self, it automatically helps a person release and allows their heart to be free. There's I feel like there's something I'm just not putting two and two together for this. Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, is it, I keep getting a vibe of it not being fully a partnership with a person that is your love. Or I should say lover, that is your lover. But there just might be something that comes out of this. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pull from two different decks. Okay, so we're going to do one side if it is a person that is a love interest, and the other side, for a person that is not, because I want to know. So for those that is connecting with someone that is a love partner, um, for some sort of partnership. Oh, I just saw the star at the bottom of the deck. Okay, tell me more in regards to this person that is a partnership. These lovers. Wow. We have here the Eight of Pentacles, and then we also have here the Ten of Pentacles. So this connection, for those of you that it is a partnership, which I'm so sorry that I've said that like so much at the beginning that it wasn't, but it came afterwards, where when I connected on the move card and I saw the heart just get almost like cleansed and purified, it was just like, oh, this can also be for someone. I don't feel like it's everyone, but just someone in particular, where it is like a friendship that helps heal their heart. Anyways, we have here the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, work in progress, ultimate achievement. I mean, these steps that the two of you guys are taking, there's success, there's success. I do have here at the bottom of the deck the Four of Pentacles, another Pentacles card. I'm feeling there's a sense of stability that would come from a connection for those of you that it turns into a partnership of a lover, and getting out of scarce mind. This person heals someone's heart. like someone, it's almost like someone was heartbroken or just never, like almost maybe gave up on love or something like that, and they just were like, okay, whatever happens, happens. And then they meet this person that is like a friend, and by that friend just being their authentically true self and giving love in a way, it is helping to heal the other individual's heart, and it's very beautiful cleansing. Okay, so that's for those of you guys that is a partnership. Now, for this side, we are going to see, for those of you where it could be a sibling, a brother, a sister, mom, daddy, somewhere where it could be not of interest. Tell me more about this cleansing of the heart. We also have here lessons showing up, and the teach card. This is such a huge, blah, 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 blah. This is such a huge shift for these two storylines. That's the, okay, tell me more. What do we need to see or be shown in regards to those that are connecting with the person that's not a lover? So we have here fear received. For some reason, there was someone was afraid to give love and receive love. There was some sort of fear. There was some sort of unknown kind of energy. I mean, we both have, like, both cards are very you can't see any individual. You've got two weirdo hands in the background, just kind of just there. Sorry, I watched scary movies the other day, and so I'm getting scared from their little heads. Anyways, the fear and the received. Why was this person afraid to receive love? We have here cycles and actions, spring card, metamorphosis, observer. That doesn't make sense for the observer. Action cycles, metamorphosis. This was like, when you know that you are meant to have someone in your life because they just help you develop parts of yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's like that lesson had to be learned from you interacting with that person, you having that person in your life in some form or another. It was about getting past some sort of fear for someone in this connection. Like I said, I don't know if you're A or if you're B in this scenario, but this is such a huge shift and a huge change. I want to know why that observer card came, because to me that does not make any sense. Why would the observer card come? We are going to pull from here. Oh, the card that jumped out was the Eight of Cups. There's someone that at a distance hindered someone's heart. I don't know what they did, but someone wounded someone's heart that made them block their heart off from receiving, and some sort of interaction where it's like a person saying thank you for all that you have done for me. Even though I may have not said it often or I may have not said it at all, that causes this a ripple effect, this lesson to just, or someone to there's some sort of releasing. Forgiveness was coming out, thank you was coming out at the beginning of the reading. We have someone walking away with the Eight of Cups. This is very interesting. Okay, so with the two storylines, let's see, what is the final message for these two storylines that have come out? Also, for the spring card, for me, that represents one, so that could be, I just saw triple fours on the clock. For me, it represents one. It also represents, in the sense of The first day, first week, first month, something in regards to one. Tell me the final message for these two storylines. What is the final? So, we have here the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. There was someone, I don't know if it was a matter of, masculine and feminine, just because, but an individual did not give their love to a Queen of Pentacles, a person that was stable, the person that had strength, and because of this, the person basically just didn't want to give up. I was getting a sense of like someone being selfish. They couldn't give their love because their heart was broken from something from before. Like, example, if it's a parent, it's like somehow their parent shattered their heart so that when they gave birth to, they didn't know how to operate, um, or, with the siblings, something happened with their parents where they didn't receive it, so they didn't know how to give it. There's a sense of someone taking time for themselves to find his balance. I keep getting back to the representation of the light beaming. Okay, even with the Hermit card coming out here, it's like this reward. If I can pick it up, this reward is going to help a person shine their light. Like this action, whatever occurs for whomever, there is someone that is helping another person heal and potentially healing themselves in the process. And it is meant to happen. It is destiny. Okay. Um, it is gonna be so relieving when it's kind of released, but throughout the journey of it, there's going to be a sense of having to um, be able to be like, I want to break away from this. I want to take off that cloak. I want to take off that coat so I can release this energy, this thing that's no longer serving me. This thing that's been held on to. I need to release it. And by doing that, it unlocks your heart chakra, which, I mean, you know what? Okay, so it unlocks your heart chakra. So then let's see, what happens after the heart chakra is unlocked. What happens? We have here letting go of control issues, and we have here the wedding card. Yeah, I really feel like there's someone where there's a parent, there's another group where it's relationship with another person. There's literally two groups. I really feel for the other group where I was saying where it's not like a lover, that it's a parent. I don't feel too much that it's a sibling or something like that. I feel like it's more a parent. It's like how that situation occurred, how it played out. It created this kind of controlling state of mind, of just trying to figure out the end, trying to, um, almost like have a title or know how the situation is going to go, plan out every detail, like, just not allowing things to unfold naturally, not allowing it to just be, as whatever the situation with this individual. Yeah. Either way, whatever happens for the both storylines, your heart is being purified, being cleansed, so that you can bring in the love that you want. Mm-hmm. And then you'll be able to retreat with a person. I feel like it's like this retreat card coming out. It's like when you have that freeing energy that occurs, it's almost like being on holiday because you're just so happy. You're just, anyways. I'm gonna leave it at that. Sorry about it being two story. I don't like when it's two storylines because then it can get a little like back and forth. It can get a little confusing too. So I hope you guys understood that. Anyways, my loves, just remember at the end of the day, you have your own intuition, your own gut, your own guides. Always trust that first, okay? Always believe that. No matter what advice or anything you hear from another individual, um, trust you. Okay. I'm wishing you so much divine light and love on your journey. Until next time, it's your girl Sunshine. This is